All right. What if someone saw your work and they're like, I just want the head? All right. So sometimes Mickey Mouse has his head and his body, and sometimes it's just the head. So I used Photopea and Photoshop to select and mask the head or remove the body. So, right. So if I come over to my Photopea tab, you can see I got just the head with a layer mask. Likewise, a head with a layer mask in Photoshop. So Photoshop was a little easier. It might just depend on your graphic, but let's do it. So a little quick select, a little painting with black and white on the layer mask. So get your graphic. I made a new page. I had my professor right here. And I think I just started from the original image. You could use your remove background image. But I'm going to hit share, download, and I just want that first page is fine. So I'm just going to get page 1 here. And if you don't have an image, then use some AI to generate some kind of character. And it's easier with a white background, a solid color background. And then we're going to try and get just the head. So, all right, so I'm going to go to the Photopea homepage. I'm logged in with my Gmail. And I'm going to drag it onto Photopea, the image, the PNG for my desktop. Do File, Save as PSD. And then I'm going to put it on my P drive. And hit save. All right, so I'm going to zoom spacebar to get the hand, then command and zoom in a couple times, maybe command, then my 4th finger on option to zoom back out, and then get the head in the middle. All right, and then the quick select tool. And let's see, I could make my brush a little bigger. So let's get the hat, gets the tassel, most of it, and then it goes down all the way into the body, right? So what we want to do is we want to option click to toggle between add to and remove from selection, subtract, the tooltip says. So I'm going to hold option to get to subtract and then paint below the chin, and the marching ants go all the way back up into the hat. And this took a bit of kind of no option to add to selection, then go back option to remove from selection. So the tool learns it'll each time about what you're trying to do, what areas you're trying to add. So this is pretty good, right? Except this doesn't have the black edge. It doesn't really go like, and then if you go too far, it tries to go too far. So let's try one more option and click and see how good we can get. All right, so that's pretty good. Maybe one time mess with this tassel, left bracket to make the mouse smaller, and just click inside the tassel, and then option click to get rid of some. All right, so I'm trying to get to a good starting point with the quick select tool, and then add a layer mask here, the add raster mask. All right, and so then we got to paint with black and white to polish it up, right? And so Canva has you use the eraser. I don't know, here it is, the eraser. But that's a destructive edit, right? So we could drag this layer mask to the trash right here and we'd be starting over from the beginning, but we're going to be painting with black and white. My foreground colors got swapped, but I want to basically paint with white to reveal more of the chin, and then I'm going to clean it up. So let's hit right bracket and check our brush hardness. We don't want to be painting with a soft brush. We want like 100% or 90 something percent. And click over here. All right, so I'm going to go a little too far. I'm I'm gonna get, oops, and I'm still on the quick select tool, so it did something, Command Z. So I want to make sure I switch to my brush tool, and then right bracket, and then double check my hardness. 100's fine, sure. Okay, so now I'm going to paint, and it's not going to be perfect, right? But I just want to go a little too far, but I want to kind of go all the way along that bottom edge of the chin so I can come back with black if I swap. And now I can zoom way in. Hand, one more zoom. All right, and I can come back along this edge, and the kind of the slower you go and the more zoomed in you are, the better your results are going to be. If you have a tablet, that can help because using a mouse trackpad is a little, I don't know, see I'm getting a little, I have to come back. Oop. Oh, that last one. Oh, and I lose all my Command Z undo. All right, so let's make our brush a little smaller and then zoom out, Command minus. One more pass. So again, like I said, the slower you go and the more zoomed in you are, the more precise you can get. But we're just practicing and learning. So again, non-destructive edit. I could come back and swap one more time and kind of, so you get these like golf ball divots that you want to try to kind of avoid. And so only you or a photographer are going to notice, but all right, so I'm pretty happy with that. And maybe take a quick look at this tassel, make sure I'm painting with white, left bracket to reduce my mouse brush size so it fits inside the tassel, and then maybe paint a little in this spot so the tassel doesn't look so bad. All right, so save it, file, save more. I guess we just do file save P drive. All right, so get rid of that asterisk, and now it's in the cloud. And on to Photoshop. So white reveals, black conceals, non-destructive edits, painting on the layer mask, not the original image. So I can drag my image onto Photoshop, get it in a new tab, and then get the quick select tool. And so start at the top, building up your selection, painting down, clicking, make sure you get the ears. Probably should have zoomed in. Let's do a zoom. So yeah, so Photoshop was a little easier for me. And then option click to toggle between add to and remove from selection, subtract from selection. And if this taskbar gets in your way, you can move it. All right, so that's fine. So let's add the layer mask. Make sure we didn't, oh, we missed the tassel. Yeah, Command Z really quick, and then let me just add the tassel, left bracket. All right. So add a layer mask here in the contextual taskbar, and then spacebar to get the hand, middle finger on command, and zoom in on the bottom. And same as last time, switch to the brush tool. Make sure you're painting with the color you want. You can use a little double pointed arrow to toggle between white and black. And I'm just going to kind of come down and make sure I have everything to start with. And then I'll do a pass with black. All right, looking pretty good. And the switch X, the keyboard shortcut, I believe there, yeah. And get rid of the extra parts you don't want. And that looks good. All right, so the tassel was a little messed up. I could come in here and swap again and resize my brush and kind of make sure I get a little bit of that black outline here on the tassel. I don't know, once you zoom out, no one's really going to notice except you. Sometimes the smaller the brush doesn't really fit in those corners. All right, so Command 0 to fit in window. Looking good. So now I guess I can center it and export a PNG and drop it back into Canva. So File, Export, PNG is fine. I don't know, got another number. I'm not doing a good job naming my files here. There it goes. And back to Canva. And let's see here. So what I did is I took my original and I duplicated it. So I clicked on that button and then I clicked on that image and brought in just the head and kind of centered it, and then Option, dragged corner, and that's fine. Looks like it. And there you go. So, you know, Canva does have, if I go to Canva really quick, back to my original image and do edit, you could try messing with the magic erase. You can do the free trial, but you can't do these non-destructive edits on a layer mask. And so it's good practice, and you'll see layer masks for sure in the future. So practice your layer masks, painting with black and white, and try to get a transparent background on a head. And then next week we can put the head on a product mock-up like an iPhone or a Sprinter van. All right, so let's do the export. Get out of this. So select the page you want and then export it and upload it. All right, hope you had fun with that.